Today, we are going to look at a simple skill that will not only help you feel more connected to the people that you love, but it will help you become one of the persons that they most want to talk to when there is something important going on in their life. Hi everybody, this is Greg from Heart Tools, where we make it simple to build great relationships. And when someone in your world is talking about something important to them, there is usually an emotional component to it because we feel things about the things that matter to us. So whether they're feeling angry or sad or happy about it, there is an emotional component to what they're talking about. And when that happens, you have a choice to make. And the choice is you can evaluate the emotion or you can empathize with the emotion. There are two ways that we tend to evaluate other people's emotions. The first way is by evaluating and saying, you're feeling the wrong feeling. You're feeling angry right now and you should be feeling happy. You're feeling sad right now and you should just be feeling thankful and grateful. And we tend to do this, especially if we believe that it's our job to make the people around us happy. If it's my job to make everybody happy and I'm doing everything I can to make them happy and they're not happy, that means I'm failing or it means they don't appreciate all that I'm doing, right? But if it's not your job to make people happy, if it's your job simply to connect with the people you love where they're at, and especially with your kids, if it's not your job to make them happy, instead, it's your job to help them learn what their emotions mean and how to respond to their emotions in healthy ways, then their feeling is not a criticism of you. Their feeling is just something about them. The second way that we tend to evaluate people's emotions is by saying, okay, you're feeling the right feeling, but you're feeling it way too intensely. It's okay to feel a little sad right here, but you're devastated by this thing. It's okay to feel a little ticked off about this, but you're irate, you're losing control. And so we say, it's okay, you're feeling the right feeling, but you're feeling it way too intensely. Now, both of these ways of evaluating, telling someone they're feeling the wrong emotion or they're feeling it too intensely, are ways of invalidating other people's feelings. And if you've seen the video on eliminating phrases that kill connection, you know what that is, and you know that that tends to be a real problem in our culture. And it results in what we call here at Heart Tools, we end up helping people bury their hearts rather than excavate their hearts. So here is a simple thing that you can practice that will help you stay connected to the people that you love. And it's this: when you are tempted to evaluate their emotions and say they're feeling the wrong emotion or they're feeling this emotion way too intensely, instead of going down that evaluation trail, simply learn to ask yourself this question: when was the last time I felt that emotion that intensely? And what was that like for me? For example, maybe you have a daughter and she's been planning on going to a slumber party for a week and she's very excited about it. And then the day of, she gets a sore throat and has to stay home. And you're tempted to say, wow, she's feeling the wrong emotion because she should feel grateful that she has doctors and medicine and people caring for her. Or maybe you're tempted to think she's feeling this too intensely. I get it, she's sad, but she's crushed. Like, this isn't the end of the world. It's one party. There's going to be more parties. Learn in those moments to ask yourself, when was the last time I felt that kind of disappointment that intensely? And something may come to mind like, hey, I remember when I had tickets to that NFL game and I was excited for 2 months to go to this game. It was a big deal. And on the way to the game, the car broke down and I missed the entire game. And I was so upset that I had to miss that game. And it wasn't the end of the world. And there's going to be other games. And it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. And yet I was having an emotional reaction to that because it mattered to me. This capacity to listen to someone's emotional content and think to yourself, what was the last time I had that emotion that intensely, is a skill that we call empathy. And later on, we're going to talk about how to listen with empathy so that the people that you love know that you're empathizing. But the first step, so that that doesn't just become a rote manipulative tool, the first step before you listen to empathy is to actually experience empathy, to actually think to yourself, what is it like to feel that feeling that intensely? And you will be amazed at how just that simple step, instead of evaluating, I'm going to empathize, will help you feel connected to the people that you love. And you'll be amazed at how much that will help you to become a safe, trusted person, that you'll become the person people want to talk to when they're having intense experiences that they want to unpack or that they just want to be known and understood. Now, we have a tool that you can get at hearttools.net called Creating Empathy. And it's just a simple 3-step process. And what I would encourage you to do is to think about times where maybe you have invalidated someone and it didn't go well and they shut down and went away, because that's a good thing to do when you're invalidated. Just stop talking to someone, right? Because they're not taking your heart seriously. And maybe that's happened to you before. And so think about a time you did that and go through the 3 steps on this chart of creating empathy. And that's like, what feeling are they feeling and to what intensity? Because you'll notice that the range of intensity changes as you go up and down the emotion, the particular emotion. What were they feeling? What did that mean in their universe? And then, what was the last time I felt that? And just practice doing that, visualizing that again, because it's going to be hard to practice that in real time unless you've practiced it a little bit on your own. And just practice yourself being aware, oh, he feels really angry because his dignity was being challenged. I remember the last time I felt that angry. It wasn't fun, right? And it'll help you take people more seriously, and they will be aware that you take them more seriously. So practice these 3 simple steps to creating empathy until that's just a natural part of the way that you listen to people. And you'll be amazed at how much more connected you are to them. Simple steps, practice, practice, practice. That's what Heart Tools is all about.